Hi, welcome to Tangeless Oracle. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for the new subscribers. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video and to the channel. Now, I haven't been on in a while. I have been doing some things in the background, trying to work on how I'm doing my readings and things like that. So I have been working on some things. So today I'm going to do a reading on Post Malone, just to kind of show you the type of information I've been trying to work on in the background. Now I don't know. I know who Post Malone is. I've heard of him, but I don't listen to the music. I don't know anything about him. But I saw something on him the other day. It was saying he was acting funny or whatever the situation is. So I just said, let me try him. Just let you guys see what I'm doing. So with Post Malone, he just had a birthday July 4th of this year. Okay, so he just turned 29 years old. He was born July 4th, 1995. Now, some things with Post Malone. Okay. Now, first of all, with him, and he has a lot of things that he does not talk about, that he may keep to himself, that he and not necessarily hide, but not sharing or not talking about it. Okay. But it could have been some secrets that he has been hiding. So, and that can revolve around a male figure or his father. Okay, but it's just a male figure that he has some, and I'm not saying it's his father. I'm just saying like a father figure, a father man, whoever it is, it's a male. Okay, it could have been his mother's boyfriend if their parents are not married. I don't know. Okay, because I don't know the history. So with him, like I said, there's a lot of things going on with him emotionally. But um, first of all, there are some things that could have happened to him when he was younger, probably in 2006 and 2003 and 2006 when he was 5 and 8 years old. There's some things going on with him as it relates to a male that he may have been hiding, that he doesn't want to talk about. So there's a lot of emotional trauma stemming from his childhood, until his adult life that he may be still carrying with him that he has not worked himself past. Okay. Now, with that, it's like he may have needed somebody to come and step in, or somebody did come and step in. His father could have came to step in with him because it's something connected to a male. So let's just say, like I said, I don't know his history. His mother and father are not together. The mother is seeing another guy, dating somebody, married to somebody. This guy is abusive to him, and it caused him a lot of emotional trauma. So the father, his bio father, could have came in and stepped in and say, okay, he's going to stay with me. That's the intervention that he needed to come in, somebody to come in and assist him because he was dealing with a lot. And like I said, between the ages of 5 and 8. Okay. Now, so like I said, he just turns 29 years old, and this time is a pivotal point in his life. Okay, because there is some things that's going on with him. All right, so with him, he may use a lot of alcohol, drugs, whatever the situation is, but he has to be careful of some things because his fate will be met by an accident. So he could be an accidental uh, overdose, accidental drowning, a car accident. So whatever it is for him, he probably have already experienced a lot of what you say, like something that doesn't is supposed to happen. Like say it was shifted in some type of way. So he may have been in, if it's a car accident, he could have been involved in a car accident, but nothing happened to him because that's an intervention coming in for him. It wasn't his time to go. But that is something to get his attention, to let him know that he needs to be more aware of that. If it's drugs, alcohol, he may have had episodes where he may have drunk too much or taken the wrong amount of this. And then it doesn't mean that if it's drugs or alcohol, it doesn't mean you're trying to overdose or anything like that, take it on purpose. It could just mean that you just overindulging, because it's like you may overindulge in a lot of things. You may have an alcohol drug problem, but whatever it is, he needs to be careful, because his fate could be met by an accidental thing. Okay, it's not on purpose, I should say. Okay, and so for him, his time of the age 29, like I say, is pivotal. Let me see what I wrote here. It's pivotal for him now because let me see, I wrote a lot of stuff down here for him. So this is just going back to somebody, like I said, this is going back to his childhood, because like I said, there was somebody in there that was taking advantage of him, whoever he was living in. And it was a painful experience for him. Somebody could have been trying to take advantage of the situation, taking advantage of him, trying to act like they're trying to help, but in actuality, they're not. But whatever it is, he is having trouble moving past those things. And this is where that emotional trauma comes from, that emotional thing comes from. And he may have a girlfriend or a wife that may step in and try to assist him, but it's really ultimately up to him in order to make the changes that he needs to make. And he definitely needs to make some changes, because his time where his fate is met is coming soon, because it'd be between the ages of 29 and he just turned 29. So the ages of 29, 11 days, 11 months, 11 weeks, whatever, okay, up to the age 35. He needs to be careful. And then, because I have in 2030, which is in 6 years, which when he will be 35 years old, because he just turned 29 July. So between these 6 years, there's a lot of things that he needs to be working on in order to change his behavior, change his mindset, change his actions, whatever it is that he's doing, to be more careful, to be more vigilant in his driving and if he's drinking. But I already know that he has drinking and maybe drugs in there too, because I see it in his information. So be careful. If he has a child, not to have the child in the car with him when he's being reckless, or when he's not feeling in his right state of mind, to where he can focus on driving, or where he can focus on what he's doing at that time. So that's what I see with him. So between the ages of 29 and 35, he needs to be very careful in what he is doing, okay, so that he can receive the grace that he needs to receive in order to get through this difficult period in his life. Okay, so if he's using drugs, if he's driving fast, or whatever it is that he's doing, he needs to be more aware. It could be a poisoning, and I don't mean somebody intentionally poisoning. You could get food poisoning. You could drink something, water with some type of thing in it. You know, they have recalls all the time. So whatever it is, he needs to be aware of what's going on. But when it could be like he's going to meet somebody. It could be a business thing. He's traveling. Okay, he's traveling for business, and this will be the time that this happens. Since he's a performer, he could be going from here to there anytime. So he has to be more aware of what's going on. So, like I said, he's had run-ins with like accidents or something of that. He had a scare with a overdose, or whatever has happened before previously, has all been warnings to let him know to be more vigilant. This is something that he needs to be paying attention to. So if he's had that, that means that he needs to be more vigilant of that type of situation, with the car, drugs, food, whatever. Okay. So with that, I'm going to pull some cards on him to see what comes out with him in this situation. Okay. Okay. So the first card I have is a deadly encounter or a setup. So the deadly encounter, something happens, okay? Because if you look at this card, somebody is offering this girl something, an apple. This is something. So, but this apple is poison. So, like I said, he needs to be aware of anything that he's taking into his body, something that he's doing, whatever it is, he needs to be vigilant because it could be some type of accidental overdose, some type of food poisoning, whatever it is. It could be food poisoning, it could be accident, it could be drugs, alcohol, whatever. But it's not something that he's intending to do. It could be something that's going to happen. Okay, so this is a deadly encounter. Okay, with something. Now, this card means that there's something that's changed, life changing for you. So whatever happens here could be life changing for him in that situation. Now I have somebody being submissive. That means you're not doing anything to stop it. So whatever happens, if he doesn't do anything to stop these things, like I said, he needs to be more vigilant, to be more aware of his surroundings, what he's doing. Make sure he's not overindulging because you can be exaggerating, drinking too much, taking too many drugs, driving too fast, whatever, eating too much, whatever the situation is. You're not doing anything to prevent this life-changing event, which is this deadly encounter, okay, or setup, okay, deadly encounter, something that's going to be leading to your death, okay. You're not doing anything to stop it, so you need to be more. He needs to be more aware. And this is somebody not getting what they want. They want something, but they're not receiving it. Okay, so somebody, he could want something, whatever it is, and maybe going out to eat. Oh, and he's not getting what he wants. So now he's upset, maybe whatever the reason is. And now he could be rushing off to go get something because he wants something that he's not getting. And that's why he's being submissive. So he could need the whatever he's going through. Okay. It could be he needs the assistance and to deal with like somebody coming there being alert of what he's doing. He could need the emotional support, whatever it is. He's not getting something that he wants. Okay. And it could be out of his emotions because he's dealing with a lot that he hasn't resolved from his childhood. Okay. Okay, so this is a husband, boyfriend, or fiance. So here is somebody's spouse. Okay, he could be the boyfriend. He could be somebody's husband. Okay, but this person gets into a deadly encounter. So you have somebody coming up into something that's not good, a bad situation, but it's going to be with somebody you trust. Okay, so he's going to be with somebody he doesn't feel like he needs to be paying attention to this person because you trust this person. But that's going to be a life changing thing. It's going to be something that's going to be life changing for you. And then here I have the restrictions. So maybe he feels like he cannot do certain things. This could be somebody holding you back, somebody's trying to prevent you from doing something, prevent you from moving around. So you're not able to move around how you want to move around. There may be some restrictions there for you. Okay. But see, this is somebody going along with that. You're not doing anything to stop this from happening. So it's going to cause some type of restrictions. If it's not your life, it could be just say you get in a car accident, you could be paralyzed or whatever. Okay. But then I have a hidden enemy. The hidden enemy doesn't necessarily have to be somebody else. The hidden enemy can be yourself because you sometimes you can be your own worst enemy. Okay. And things are hidden. So you could be dealing with somebody who doesn't have your best interests. Because I got that in his thing too, that he may encounter somebody who's acting like they're trying to get close to him. So they can act like they're trying to help you, but in actuality, they're trying to plot on you. They're trying to do things to get something out of it for themselves. So they're actually not there for you. They're there for themselves. So, but like I say, you can be your own enemy as well, or this could be somebody else that's the enemy, and that person wants something that they're not getting. And so they try to do something to cause you some type of harm as well, or they're not doing things in your best interest. So you have to be aware of that practice. So we got that coming out. So now I'm going to pull from the other cards. What comes out with this? And I think if it's a car accident or something like that, it's going to be, like I said, when he's going on a meeting, he's going to meet somebody. He's going to see somebody, he's going to meeting. He has a meeting, so it could be an event that he's going to. It could be a business deal that he's going to work on, or whatever the situation may be. Mm. Mm. So the first card to come out is the soul. So that's his soul. Okay. So there's some things in his soul that we may not be aware of, that he may need to speak out about, that's affecting his soul. Okay. Because with the soul, I have the air, which means the thoughts and the communication. So there's some things that he may need to speak about that is weighing heavy on his soul. That why is he having all of this emotional trauma that he's trying to keep hidden, or he may not speak about. He may have a lot of pain, or he may have been through a lot of pain and suffering that he needs to speak about in order to free his soul. But here I have the trust, somebody that is trusted. Okay, so he may have trusted the wrong person. This is somebody that's in the care of something or someone. So it's somebody that he may need to speak out on, somebody that was supposed to be caring for him. Like I said, something happened between the ages of 5 and 8, something along somewhere in there. 2003, I think 2003, 2006, something went on at that time. Okay, but it could be with somebody that's supposed to have been a caretaker. Like I said, it could have been, I'm not saying it's his father, but it could have been a male that could have been with the mother or whatever. I don't know his background. But he needs to speak on some things that this person may have done to release or uplift or lighten his soul. Okay. Okay, so I have the no. So this his soul is saying no to something. His soul doesn't want something. So this just means who he is, his essence. There's something, like I said, happened to him when he was younger, and it's affecting his soul, because that with that no, I have that chaos with somebody that he trusted. He had trust for this person, and this person did some things to him that was very chaotic to him. But he had trust for this person, and he's telling this person no, he doesn't want whatever this person is doing. He doesn't want that to happen. And now we have the runaway. So he's trying to get away from this person that's supposed to have been taking care of him. So if he left home, ran away from home, wanted to be away from that person, it's because that person was very chaotic. He may have had a chaotic younger life. Um, and he needed to get away from that. Now, here's the friends. Now, with the friends, it's the thoughts and the communication. He may have communicated this to his friends. His friends may know some things. Um, but with the friends, I have the no. So his friends may see stuff that's going on. They may not say anything. He may say, no, don't say anything, don't tell anybody, whatever. But he needed to get away and be with other people that were his friends, or that were friendly to him, that were kind to him. So that may be why he had to leave that home, that caretaker. Or maybe he could have went to stay with some friends or something like that. Okay, so now I have the recreational. So this is somebody you do recreational things with, recreational locations, so like a park or something like this. Something you do in your recreational time, your spare time, something that you enjoy, somebody that you enjoy spending time with, whatever the case may be. We have that coming out with the no. Okay, the no on the soul. So that could just mean somebody, like, just say, if it's a situation, I say, you have somebody doing something to you, being abusive. So let's just say this person tells the parent, hey, I'm going to take him to the park. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. You know, in actuality, they are being abusive to him on that drive to the park or at the park, or they don't even go to the park, whatever the situation is. Okay, now we have the it's known. So people know. So somebody knew that it was chaos with that person that was trusted. They knew that person had a chaotic situation, had a chaotic life, home life, whatever. It is known that that happened. Okay. Now he may have like being at home, or maybe it's like I say, it's a male in there just doing this. So he may have wanted to be at home with the mom, but then it's like I enjoy being here with my mom, but I don't like being in this environment because I got this person here that's being abusive. Now, with the gifts, somebody doing something for you, or you sharing certain things, somebody doing something. And then you have the runaway. So you have somebody coming here and doing something for you to get you away from this person, because the runaway could just mean you trying to separate yourself from a person or a situation as well. So somebody could have done him a favor by separating him from that caretaker, that situation, because they knew that something was going on. They may not have known exactly, but they knew it was a chaotic environment. Now, here we have the disguise. So what that means, that somebody is trying to conceal their identity. They're trying to alter their appearance so you don't really see who they are and what they're about. Okay, trying to maybe disguise themselves as your friends as well. But then here's the communication that's going on here. It could be deceitful communication. So that just means that you have somebody that's pretending to be your friend. We had a hidden enemy. We have somebody that's pretending to be your friend. So they're wearing the mask of your friend, but then in actuality, they're also masking the the conversation, So you think that this person is speaking life into you, and they're actually trying to speak something else against you, or they're talking one way with you and talking another, because they're disguising their friendship, they're disguising their communication with you. So they're hiding it, but it could be somebody that he enjoys being around. So that can go back to his home life when he was younger, but also as you're growing up, you're dealing with these false friends and these false people that are leading you into doing things that you shouldn't be doing. So if you're speeding, somebody could be hyping you up to do that. If you're doing drinking and drugs, somebody could be hyping you up, but this person is disguising themselves as your friend, but they are actually leading you to your demise. Okay, one more. Okay, so now I have the mind game. So this just means somebody trying to make things seem other than what it is. Like I said, he has a lot of hidden secrets that he doesn't talk about. Okay, but I have the caution. He has to be careful. He needs to actually speak out on some things, that whatever happened to him, whatever that may be. Okay, but then you have the caution. Somebody needs to be careful. He needs to be careful. Okay, because he needs to look at some things in himself and what he's doing. That's what he needs to do. Okay. And then here he needs to change his position, change where he is, change his position in life, his mindset. This card means relocate like you go from one place to another, but in this context, it means that you need to change your direction. You need to change your behaviors and redirect yourself somewhere else so you can start doing the things that you're doing. You're hiding behind the sky. Okay, so like I said, with him, he needs to work on some things within himself to get his emotions under control. Whatever the trauma that he faced in his youth that he hasn't recovered from, he needs to work on that and be vigilant in what he is doing, because like I said, between the ages of 29 to 35 is going to be critical for him, especially the next year for him, because it's going to set the tone. So if he makes it to 30, he's good, but then he still has to be aware of some things that's going on, because like I said, it's up to 35. So he has these 6 years to look at himself, because he needs to be careful right now. Okay. All right, so that is the reading on Post Malone. You can leave the comments in the comment section, and thank you for watching.